Okay. Everybody, welcome back to the Brickanista Broadcast Network.
Welcome.
Here with my buddy Joriel Builds, and we are here for the daily brick limit update. And as you know, we do this both on YouTube and on Instagram. So take it away, Joriel. Oops.
Awesome. Yeah, we got to make sure we're pointing in the right direction.
I know, it's like I got to point this way because you're showing up on my left. I hope that's correct.
Well, this is our second week doing a simulcast on YouTube and on Instagram. So whether you're joining us on Brickanista's broadcast network or you're joining us on Instagram via Joriel Builds, we're glad that you're here. And we're looking forward to another fun simulcast daily brick limit weekly weekend update with everybody. So happy Saturday and thanks for tuning in.
And then
all right, fantastic.
All right, there we go. I'm requesting.
View and go live.
Yay!
All right. Now, just like last week, we do want you guys. We're here to enjoy the next hour with you guys. So please let us know and let us know if there's ever an issue with the audio echoing or overlaying or overlapping, because we want to take care of all those issues as they come up.
Hi, Robin Eklund on YouTube. Hello.
Did you get
it looks like
I'm hitting the go live button on Instagram.
Lego Joe 1.
Let me try again.
Do you not see me on Instagram? Oh, wait a minute.
No, I don't for some reason. I'm hitting go live.
Join this live video. Yeah. Okay, there we are. Yay.
All right, awesome.
So you're up this way and over here this way.
And on my screen, you're over this way and this way. So.
I know. It's like, okay, cool. I think we've got it going. So
DJ Chalice Separator Guy, thanks for logging in and checking us out on Instagram.
We're doing a simulcast, so I'm pointing this way to say hello to my YouTube viewers, and then over here for Instagram. So
welcome, Greebling Wizard.
Hi, Greebling Wizard.
All right, now I think, can you turn down your computer audio a little bit if you can still hear me through your headset?
Yeah, let me do that. Hold up. Okay, how's that?
Let's see.
Is that better?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, because all the way down. It is all the way down. That's funny because I guess my headset must be picking up the audio from there too.
Well, now I think we're good to go. And, if that changes, somebody in the comments, let us know, because we're here and we're tuned in to you guys, and we're reading along and going to check in as best as we can. So it is the 17th of July, which means that we're past the halfway point on the July 2021 daily brick limit. We've had some new people join us since last weekend. And if you are one of those people and you're watching now, welcome to our community. And thanks for tuning into our weekly update. So one thing that we like to do with these weekly check-ins is just look back on some of the builds that we saw the last week that we wanted to feature. And hopefully some of you that are here watching right now we'll get to hopefully feature some of your builds as well. So stay tuned. If you're watching this after the fact, either on my Instagram or on Brickanista's YouTube channel, hopefully you see some of your builds pop up. If not this week, maybe next week. So we're definitely, we'll take suggestions. If you remember any that you saw this week that you really liked and you want to give somebody else a shout out, just let us know in the comments, and we're going to try to give as many shout outs as we can in 30 minutes or so.
That sounds good. And sorry about this. I like to show the things on my iPad, but my iPad was really loud. So if you heard the Superman, I think, theme, that was coming from this. So sorry about that. We will get this together sooner or later. Yeah.
Welcome, brother from another Bricks. We're glad that you're tuned in and that you're watching. So welcome.
Yes, it's been great. Just having all these people join in, and we're halfway through. So you still have time. Brothers from Another Brick, since you're here, you could do this 10 builds for the month. I know you like to lurk, but I'm going to call you out. You can actually do this.
And, on that note, just a reminder to everybody that once you hit 10 different days of the month, we do take your name and set it aside to put it into a prize wheel to draw 3 names to receive a Lego or Target gift card that we can send you digitally. So there are some prize opportunities here that we're really excited about, and we want you to be as eligible as possible. So keep using the hashtag. So what are you talking about, brother from another brick? Of course you're talented enough. You just have to sit down and just start putting something together. I was going to say,
just do 1. All right, I'm going to challenge brother from another brick. You don't have to do 10. You just have to do 1. Just 1. So come up with, like, if you do today, 17 pieces, 17, one build, 17 pieces. You can do it. I know you can do it.
And sometimes it's not even about, like, let me, see the most like elaborate thing that I can come up with. Sometimes it's just about featuring some fun pieces. And that's half of the fun of scrolling through all these posts.
That's very true.
Here's a fun example that was posted earlier this week by Lego Why Not, where their day 16 post was just 16, these little round plates and tiles that made a fun, colorful pattern. And sometimes it's just about showing off some pieces that you have.
It's knolling. It's creative knolling. And we've seen a couple of people do that with their knolling. And of course, I wouldn't be, I would be remiss if I didn't highlight this one, which is the monster ones, because every time she comes up with a new monster, I think by the end of the month she's going to have 31 monsters. It's going to be great.
Oh yes,
that's from Lego Crisis Fixer. So good job. I really love seeing every day there's like a new monster in the mix.
Here was a brilliant post that I saw from Rick Brigham earlier this week that hopefully some other folks picked up on. It's called Lego Doodle. And yes, there's 5 different expressions here because they found they use these awesome pieces that doubled as eyebrows. And there are like so many different combinations that you could use to create these facial expressions. I thought it was great.
Yeah, that's like creative knolling, right?
Yeah, right back to that creative knolling idea that you were just sharing with us. Hashtag creative knolling. What can you do? Not even just with assembling the pieces, but just taking the pieces out and finding some way to arrange them on the table that tells another story. So
it reminds me of Remy Baker, who also participates in our Rebrick This challenges. And he made this amazing head of a lion from I think it was from the Wild Lion set too. So it was kind of like he did a double play on the challenge. But I wanted to shout out to Brick_387, who did this lighthouse, which is super cool, because this goes back to creative. I'm not sure if they did it by lighting or if they did it by Photoshop, but it doesn't matter. It's brilliant. It's brilliant how they did that with the very simple with the stacking of the 2x2 rounds and then putting a light. It looks like it could be a translucent clear on the top. And then maybe they use Photoshop to put the light in there. But I thought that was super cool. So that was Brick_387 for that one.
I want to point out something that Double L Bricks just left in our comments on Instagram. That was really handy. Just that you're welcome to start all the way back at day 1, even this late. There's a couple of ways that you can do it. If you haven't been playing along, you're welcome to start with the day that you join in the middle of the month. You're also welcome to go back to the beginning and fill in some of the days that you missed. Even something as simple as day 1. I'm late to the party. Here's my day 1 entry for July's daily brick limit, and find one piece, take a nice picture of it, and upload it. Whether you're reinterpreting the piece in a new way to tell a story, or whether you're telling a story about that one piece, like like you did earlier this month, Brickanista. So it's really up to
With
you
my
how you want to approach
platinum brick.
Yes.
I have another shout out here. This is from Ninja Lego Master. This is the television that was built. The reason why I really like this too is it's built upside down. So if you notice, it's upside down building. And I thought it was very clever, especially how they did the antenna with the, looks like a bracket piece. So anyway, really, really innovative. And this reminded me of the Mario set, the NES, where they had the background of, and the knob and all of that. So yeah, very, very cool.
I thought it was cool that you had that one pulled up because I already had one pulled up from another Ninja Lego user who also did a TV themed build. This is from Spot the Magic Ninja, and this one resonated with me because this image is burned into my childhood. Literally, this image is not only burned into my childhood memory, but it's burned into my childhood TV screen because this thing showed so much on my TV.
You actually have the lines burned in.
Yes, the lines are burned into the screen of the television. So. Ooh, what's this? Brother from Another Brick says that there's been some epic 40% off clearance sets at Target.
Yes, Target and Walmart. I've been seeing a lot of people doing haul videos lately. So if you're on YouTube, you'll see, just do Lego haul as a search and you'll see a bunch of them have been doing that. And Doc Sampson, if he joins, he just recently did one, but he said, Seattle, we don't get much discounts. So it was pretty funny. But I have another one, a Photoshop one that I wanted to shout out. This is LJK_600, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Yes. So you notice how they use the Photoshop. And I think this is the same one who did the Mummy too. But if you take a look, this Close Encounters of the Third Kind, I just love the use of the Photoshop with the lights and the font and, you know, the simple knolling of bricks. And the other one of my favorite pieces, the big ugly rock piece or the little ugly rock piece or the medium ugly rock piece. I don't know which one it is, but that little, just to show that it brings the eye up, right? With that one piece, and that's one piece there too.
Yeah, that lerp there, that little ugly rock piece. They got burps
and lerps. Yeah, I'm working on a project with burps. This is the burp. This one's the bigger one. So you can see that burps are quite a bit bigger. I need to get a lerp. I need a lerp with my burp.
A lerp and a burp. The large ugly rock piece and the, wait, no, not the large and the big, the little and the big ugly rock pieces. Right. Yeah, using that lerp there for Devil's Tower was really creative. And I just have a lot of fond memories of that movie in particular. Here's a fun one from Do We Go Crazy 97. This pretty cool desert spaceship vehicle.
Yes.
They've had some really, really creative sort of science fiction designs that they've done over the past couple of weeks. I definitely want to
like the use of the flags because the flags give you that motion too, which is nice.
Yes, desert transport is what it was called. But the use of those flag pieces for wings was really, really good. And there was a lot of nice parts usage going on the last couple of weeks since our last update. So
right. Well, I may have shouted this person out already, or maybe you did. Ninja Lego Masters. Was that you or me?
It was one of us.
I had to say this again for a double shout out because they did a panda.
Yeah.
They did the panda. And in the description, they said, I've never seen anybody get so excited for National Panda Day. Not like Brickanista. So thank you. Thank you. I love pandas. Oh, and hi, Aubrey on YouTube. Yes, I hope you're doing well too. Thank you. Yeah, we were just going through the daily brick limit and a couple of the shout outs and the fact that they would actually do a panda for their build because I like pandas. That was great. So don't be surprised if you see a couple of panda builds from me too.
Oh yeah, we're big on pandas here. So
yeah, pandas are cool.
I wanted to make sure we gave out a shout out to Robin Eklund just because Robin is joining us this month. Robin didn't do Big Daily Brick Limit with us back in January, but they've been an awesome, they've been putting out some awesome builds this month so far. And,
yes.
Their build from today was really quaint and really sweet. It was just like somehow there are so many things about Lego bricks and Lego design that really has this sort of like idyllic charm to it. And all of these like Lego produce pieces, it just reminds me of those candies, runts. I think they are the little fruit candies. Runts. Really, I don't know. It's so charming and such an excellent use of tiles with the $100 bill and like the little note-taking tile where they have the scribbles written down. It was a really charming build. It
is. It's very sweet. And speaking of charming and something very straightforward and simple, but very charming is the octopus.
Yes.
This little from _Lego Dad, this octopus. And what's really cool is that they used those curved pieces at the very end, the tombstone pieces. So then that way the octopus has very, fluid legs. So, and of course those eyes are just super cute. Yeah.
Yes. Lego Dad's undersea creatures mosaics have been wonderful.
Yes, they're just so cute. They're very, very sweet.
Another new user who's new to this month, they joined in the fun back, I think on the 9th or so. This is Our Brick Builds. That they had a couple of really exciting ones. The first one I wanted to showcase, both Our Brick Builds and our friend Miss Lobricta did awesome National French Fry Day builds on the 14th. But they also
that was so funny that they're jumping on what Miss Lobricta has been doing too.
Yes. Another wonderful build that they did today, I believe. And I was really pleasantly surprised with this build because it uses some really standard, familiar Lego pieces, plates and bricks, but it created an awesome sort of like architecture skyline, iconic image with really classic pieces. This skyline that they did today. I thought it was really iconic, using just some really, really familiar bricks. And it just goes to show you how you can really make something cool.
The colors palette too on that was very, very nice.
Absolutely.
I loved it.
Absolutely.
And I wanted to do a shout out to Brady Joyner Bricks because the hermit crab, there's another one with the hermit crab.
Yes, we love that hermit crab.
We love the hermit crab. I think that's going to be my new favorite piece. And I think this one, I'm not sure, but I think this one might have a Santa hat. It has a Santa hat on it.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
Which I thought was hysterical. So we are paying attention, by the way. So we are paying attention that this hermit crab with a Santa hat with their friends undersea finding some, a map and some treasure chests. I just thought it was just very, very sweet. So nice job.
Welcome, Brickman Mosaic Art. We're glad that you've tuned in,
Brickman
and we're glad you're here.
You?
We're just looking back on some of our favorite builds from this past week of the Daily Brick Limit Challenge, and I want to extend the invitation. If you have any builds from this week that somebody posted that you really, really liked, give us a shout out in the comments, and we'll do our best to find it and pull it up while we're showing the ones that we really like individually.
Now, here's another one. This is from Jennifer _Afol from Perth. And this is this amazing, like, sea creature, Medusa looking thing. And how creative they were using that octopus piece and on a base plate not a base plate, a plate and the skirt on a minifig. So I thought that was really cool. And I'm not sure this snake piece. Are you familiar with that snake piece? It's a translucent greenish piece.
No, I'm not.
So this was really cool to see that too. It almost looks like a musical instrument, the way that they're holding it. So I was just like, I laughed at that one. Very, very cool.
Here's one that I got to give Brickworm a shout out. Brickworm was one of our, was part of the club from the beginning, just because they were doing Daily Brick Limit back in August of last year when it was just a few of us really. But they did for today, for 17, they found 17 to be a perfect opportunity to do a 4x4 Lego quilt square. And the quilt squares are one of Brickworm's, absolute trademarks, and they do so well with these. And today's was peppermint themed. Just this really simple white pinwheel tile pattern on the red plate was just so brilliant and so evocative. Like, I can taste this build just like.
I'm glad you said that, because I had sent Brickworm a note because I know she's doing some massive brick quilt project for BrickCon. So if she's on the chat, if she wants to mention that. So if anybody is interested, BrickCon is going to be live as a hybrid, and she's going to be coordinating a massive quilt square, massive quilt that is fluid during the show. So you can bring your quilt squares in and she can add it in. So I'm not sure exactly how she's doing that, but I know that's going to be fun. Okay, so I have another shout out. This one's from Brick_Steves. And this one I loved because of all the shields. I didn't know some of these shields, like the dragon one, the second from the left with the yellow kind of background. Oh my gosh. I have never seen that piece. So I was just like going, wow.
Really nice shout out to a way to feature some of those, classic Lego pieces from the, with the classic castle crests, but also some of the, maybe not as famous ones like that one that we didn't really know about before. Always a fun opportunity to show off some cool pieces.
Yeah. And I know a couple people who are really big castle fans. So I'm sure they really enjoyed that. So thank you for contributing that to the mix.
Now, speaking of classic pieces and figures, I do want to give a shout out to Omvent Clods for one of their specialties is using really iconic and classic minifigures. And they posted this one today. It's this little chef taking out of their brick oven. First of all, it's just a really nice build, and the way that they use those profile bricks is so fun. But I love that minifigure face so much, just because it's one of the ones that gets featured in some of like the older like Lego CD-ROM computer games from back when I was a kid. Like, if you ever played Lego Racers as a kid, like I did, that's one of the faces that you can choose for your racer. And like, so getting to see, if you go to their page, you'll see all sorts of iconic classic minifigures combined with some, new minifigures. And it's like they have some of these. This was a build that they used that featured their day 2 build. But here's a picture. It's got that classic, it's one of the first female minifigure faces that was ever introduced to Lego.
Right, one of the classic heads.
Yes, and it's just cool to see those iconic pieces alongside some of the new ones. So
yes, absolutely. And speaking of new pieces, this one's also from Robin Eklund. So I just wanted to do a shout out to her again, because she used that posed piece that came in like the DC comic characters. And this one is a sprinkler, and I love that crystal piece on top. So just being able to show that with that little, and I know it might be kind of hard to see on there, but take a look at it. It's really cool.
Yeah, those action studs that have especially been coming out with a lot of the superhero, CMFs. Those are really cool, and I think that we're going to see a lot more of those in the future, just because they're a very small and simple piece that add a lot of dynamic.
Yes, really love seeing that.
Now, in the vein of superheroes, Brighton Bricks has been doing something pretty fun. Today, they've been doing a few different posts, making use of some minifigure math here to take classic characters, classic minifigures of classic characters, and put new spins on them. So they've been mashing up different intellectual properties using their minifigures. So for example, today, this is Brighton Bricked. We have Disney minifigure and Marvel minifigure mashups. So there was a Captain America Donald a Deadpool Mickey, and a Wolverine Minnie Mouse. And I thought that was absolutely hilarious.
I love mashups. Mashups are awesome. It gives you a chance to really appreciate, you know, taking the best elements of two different things and putting them together, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's really cool. So this one's from AW Brick Builds. And what I like is that we've seen a lot of utilitarian types of builds of things in real life. So this is a lawnmower. So these little micro builds of lawnmowers. And I think Matthew Builds Bricks did one of a flowering or watering can rather. So I'll pull that one up when I find it, but his watering can was also super cool. But that's AW Brick Builds doing the lawnmower. So I'm really enjoying seeing the micro builds because, as you know, I'm a fan of Tiago Catarino, who does a lot of the little furniture. So yeah, it's really, really fun to watch all of this creativity.
I want to shout out to my friend Ian for tuning in really quick. Ian, welcome and thanks for logging in. For anybody that might have joined us halfway through the stream, what we are doing right now is recapping this week of the Daily Brick Limit Challenge. And this has always been fun for us, for me and for Brickanista. And since the beginning, it was fun to share the builds that we liked every week. But this is only our, I think maybe second or third time actually showcasing people's builds on the streams, and only our second time doing this simulcast like this.
Yeah, we're doing this really simulcast. Oh, hey, Brickham's Den or Rick Brickham. Yeah, we're doing this because what I would have to do in the past is I would have to download the video from Joriel Builds and then upload it to my YouTube stream. And I noticed Remy Baker was doing both YouTube and Instagram, and Corey Samuels, and I said, oh, we should do that. And here's the watering can that I was talking about from Matthew Builds Bricks. And so if you take a look at the watering can, so you're seeing a lot of builds now that we're in the teens, that people are being more creative with more pieces that they can combine into these practical shapes. So cool.
Still though, I want everyone to, remember how cool it can be to, even though we're getting into more self-cohesive and self-contained builds with higher brick numbers, still utilize some of those fun techniques from back in the beginning where you're pairing builds with things in the real world to, sort of tell a complete picture. Here's one that I wanted to share from Miss Lego Brain. And I wanted to share this one because this is a build that I saw that I scrolled past it and I had to stop and I had to turn to Ariel and say, hey, I need you to look at this really quick. It's really cool. And that's, trying to get that sort of a reaction is really fun because, it's not just about, we share them, we share everything here on the streams, and we share things through the story highlights and through the hashtag and stuff, but it also just gets other people talking about your build. So even if you pass 10, feel free to keep building because our community loves sharing these posts with each other. But I thought this was absolutely wonderful. It's a little mouse. It's just an absolutely precious brick built mouse laying on top.
Ms. Lego Brain?
This is from Miss Lego Brain.
Okay, because I just pulled up one from her too.
Oh, cool. I love just pairing the sleepy mouse with the real life block of cheese. I thought it was so clever.
Well, this one is, since you had pulled that up and I pulled up one too, this is the day 12 and this is the castle and with the moat. And which I thought was really cool is that they put some cloth underneath the castle so that it was water, and then put the drawbridge to like a piece of cloth that represented the land. So it goes back to photography, right? That you can make your build, and then to make it better, you can put some other things in the background. So you don't have to use Photoshop. Don't think you have to use Photoshop. You can do something very practical like this. So I thought that was very clever.
Yes, absolutely. Especially, there's a limit to the bricks, but that doesn't mean that you have to limit what else you use in your photo to help, complete the story and complete the image. So.
Yeah, I don't remember this week seeing any in the background where they took them in real life. because last time we had the carrots in the ground, but I don't remember seeing any this week of being outdoors. I'm not sure if it's because it's really hot. Oh, there's one. Hannah and More. Here's one, Hannah and More, and it's taken outdoors, but it looks like maybe it's their ideal workspace because it would be outdoors with their little desk and their drawer and their little coffee table. But yeah, so I need to do this more too, because I've been, and I apologize everyone that I've been so busy with so many challenges this month, and also just some of the work that I've had to do for my nonprofit that I work with. And so I've been doing clusters. So you probably noticed I did 11, 12, 13, and 14. Well, I have 15, I have 16 here. Where did I put 16? Oh, here it is. So here's my 16 build. Remember I said that the little Palisade creatures would be returning. So here's another one. So this one has a kind of a goofy face. So hello.
I love looking at those, and I love the choice of those bricks because they even at such a small scale, they bring so much texture to a build, and it's really fun to see you incorporate those types of bricks with, you know, something that's as organic as an animal. So, you know, watching those two things come together is really fun.
Well, I just think this is just a fun challenge anyway. And like I said, that if you find that you're falling behind, don't be hard on yourself. You can always catch up and do clusters. You don't have to say, oh no, I posted it, I missed the deadline. The whole point is we want you to build. We want you to build and be in the spirit of things and be able to share your work.
It's creativity through constraint is how I like to look at it, because, and this is definitely any challenge that you take a part in, that it's why challenges are such a important part of building and learning to build, is because it gives you boundaries to work within. And weirdly, you know, as much as we like to talk about the limitless possibilities, it's in any medium, in any, whether you're drawing or writing or whatever it is, having some sort of boundaries to work within can be really freeing from a creative, you know, point of view. So that's what's at the heart of this. And that's why we want everyone to keep building, even after you've passed 10 days. Even if you've joined late, even if you only have 5 days left in the month, you know, it's just,
or if you just do one build, I'm talking to you, brothers from another brick, just one build.
Yeah. Now here's one that I do want to shout out. I only got a couple more, but this isn't from another one of our new users from this month. And, you know, it's never too late to join in and find something special, you know, to do. This was posted yesterday by Karen Lego, and I'll just show it. I think it's beautiful. It's a absolutely gorgeous Christmas ornament design.
Yeah.
And, you know, this is not just Lego in the real world, but it's usable Lego in the real world. It's something that they designed that they can actually use in their life right now. And I think that's really cool. And I think, again, the design is just so sweet.
Well, I think I'm going to, for my last one, I'm going to shout out Photosynthetic Human 1, Photosynthetic _Human 1, who did this pink color palette of various characters. And as we get into these different larger challenges, you're going to see more of these ensembles, I guess is a good term. And for those of you who've been following me and some of my other builds, I've been doing a lot of black and lavender. And so we have hashtag lavender lug, and I know Robin Eklund has done that. So if you happen to be doing something that has a lot of lavender in it or a lot of black and lavender, you can also do hashtag lavender lug or hashtag lavender. Lavender lug, I think, is what we're using for that. Lavender, yeah, black and lavender. I think I have, right now I'm working, as you can see, I've got this gray right now for this this rock face with some lavender, and I've got a black backdrop behind it, and it looks amazing. So I'm working on that for Brick Huntress because she's got Let's Build Magic for her little challenge, and that's tomorrow. So if anybody is participating in that, it's not too late. You can also participate in that challenge too.
I got my last shout out today is going to be to Brady Joyner Bricks. And if you haven't been following along, they've been doing these really fun builds that have, featured a minifigure Mrs. Claus and following Mrs. Claus on her various adventures.
We have a lot of characters on adventures. We have Liz on adventures. Yes. We have Mrs. Claus on adventures. This is cool.
This is one of their builds from 2 days ago. And again, last week, one of the things that was really interesting to me was how many under the sea themes and, ocean pieces have been being featured so prominently. And I'm sure that has something to do with the extensive line of Lego. It's part of it is summer, like we talked about last week. And part of it is Lego City has been churning out a lot more ocean themed builds lately. But this is Mrs. Claus. Doing underwater photography of a turtle on a coral reef.
Yes.
And it's so well put together to really create that look of being suspended underwater, especially the way that Mrs. Claus is posed and the hair piece that they've used that has that sort of, wavy.
The waviness. Is that the one from the mermaid? The video mermaid?
Probably. It probably is. It probably is some sort of mermaid piece.
Yeah. Because I think that we talked about this last week where we saw a lot of popsicles and ice cream and other summer events. We saw the watering can and the lawn sprinkler, and we're seeing underwater builds. So I think it's interesting compared to January. That's why it was kind of cool to see a Santa hat and Mrs. Claus on vacation.
Yeah, so, and lots of Christmas in July this month, and I'm absolutely here for it.
Yeah, exactly. Very, very cool. So what's next?
I'm just checking a couple comments here. Yeah, absolutely. We want everybody to participate to your comfort level, and sometimes that means taking a break. I haven't been building a whole lot myself lately because we have marching band camp coming up next week, and there's been a lot of practices that have gone into marching band ahead of time. That's I'm a music educator. That's my full-time job. But even during the summer, we're still doing things like band camp when even when school isn't in session. And for anybody that's watching that's ever been part of a marching band, that band camp is a very serious days long and week-long undertaking. So I myself am not building like I got the chance to do last January, but that's okay. We want you just to, it's all about being, finding some sort of avenue for inspiration and creativity and community. And at the end of the day, those are the most important things. So we're just glad that
and as long as you get 10 builds in, that's a thing. So life is going to happen, and there's going to be things that come into play. So I think for you, Joriel, you've got 10 builds. You're okay.
We'll see.
You're getting close.
Go back and double check.
Well, and Brickworm is actually here on YouTube. So I wanted to just mention, so I don't know, Brickworm, if you want to relay it through YouTube, but we had mentioned about your quilt squares earlier, and I think your next big event's going to be BrickCon. And we were talking about how BrickCon, if you're planning to go, or I think that might even be one of those situations where they're small enough, you might even be able to mail it, but I don't know if that's what she wants. So I'm not gonna say that. So I want Brickworm, if you're still here, if you can just give us the parameters, and if BrickCon is the next one, that would be awesome. So anyway, I'm waiting for her to respond, but maybe what we can do is next week, we might even be able to bring her on with either YouTube or Instagram, and she could talk a little bit more about that too.
Cool. Absolutely. Hey, if you're watching later or watching now, one thing that would be really cool is maybe drop a comment or two tagging some of the people that you saw featured today. that's something that would be a huge help for us. We've had such an awesome team that's been helping us keep up with commenting on everyone's builds and helping keep the community going. But we want to make sure that everyone that we feature today gets a chance to see their feature. So, you know, drop a comment either with one of your favorite builds that you saw on the stream today, or just tagging someone whose build got featured, and that way we can get the word out to them. And then I'm going to try to take some time. I might even be able to, let's see, if I can make this a little bit more complicated and explore a little bit more, I might be able to actually post this for a 17 or 18 day post. But I'm working on taking my mug and making a DBL mug. So hopefully
Daily
that
brick
can be
limit
one of my
mug. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
And then, so Brickworm said she's working with the art coordinator and hopes to have more information soon. So we'll keep you updated on that. But yeah, her intent is at BrickCon to have some sort of fluid type of brick quilt that keeps growing over the days based on, you know, what people contribute. So
should be an awesome.
That would be awesome.
You know, thing, especially because those quilts have, you know, been meant so much to so many people. So
yeah, definitely. It'd be cool.
Well, keep posting, everybody. Thanks for watching today on Instagram, on YouTube, and we're definitely going to keep up this simulcast structure because it makes it easier for us, but it also helps us engage all of our audience at once. We want everyone to, you know, keep staying creative and stay connected, and, you know, just really keep pushing out to the end of the month, because, you know, summer is wrapping up.
You can do it.
Yes, absolutely.
You can do it.
Keep going.
We all know you can do it. Cluster it if you have to, spread it out if you need to, just do 10. And then we'll have this big celebration at the end of the month. So we'll be back again next week, next Saturday at this time, right? Doing the same simulcast. Saturday. And Robin Eklund says she loves the challenge, so she's been enjoying it. And Rick Brickham says thanks for the shout out. And he loves says great challenge too. So thank you.
So we love seeing everything that you guys create. That's what makes this go, and that's what makes it special. So you know, stay with it, play well.
Yes.
Take care.
Stay with it.
Good luck.
Do well. May the clutch be with you, everyone.
And we'll see everybody next week. Bye, Brickanista. Thank you so much.
Bye. Take care. See ya. Bye, everyone.